Dr. Samita,
Yes.
this is the uterus. This is the endometrial cavity or the uterine cavity, I will say. This is the gestational sac over here. This is unobliterated uterine cavity, right?
Yes.
Now let me take this out and let me draw it over here. This is the gestational sac. We will come to this unobliterated uterine cavity and we will show how this is looking on ultrasound later on.
Yes.
This is the gestational sac. Gestational sac. We are now talking about gestational sac, true intrauterine gestational sac. Is there an amnion? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Amnion.
No.
This is the amnion. Now, where is the embryo? Where is the fetal pole? Inside this amnion, I mean intraamniotic or extraamniotic?
Intraamniotics.
Intraamniotic. Very good. Now let me draw the king over here. My drawing is very poor, but I will make you understand. So this is the embryo over here. Where is yolk sac? Dr. Smita, you have to reply.
Near
Where is
the
yolk? Near the
embryo.
Near the NPO. Near the
Embryo.
Near the embryo. But what the
Fetal.
question is, where exactly that is? Inside the
Inside
cavity,
the
I mean the intraamniotic or outside?
intraamniotic, sir.
Intraamniotic. Wrong.
Sorry. Okay.
Yolk sac is not intraamniotic. Yolk sac is extraamniotic. It is over here. It is in this cavity. Extraamniotic. Then you may think that how it is possible one to be here and another to be in the other continent. But there is a vitelline duct. You know that vitelline duct?
Yes.
That is connecting yolk sac with this fetus, with this fetal pole, I will say, embryo. So the point number one is that we will be having an unobliterated uterine cavity. So that is point number one. We will show you how this is looking on ultrasound. Point number second is that this yolk sac is extraamniotic, whereas the embryo itself is intraamniotic. Okay, now these are the two important points, first and second. Now, Dr. Smita, you
Yes.
have touched the decidual reactions. Now,
Yes.
tell me, there is something which is called as decidua basalis and one is called as decidua parietalis. What is that?
Parietalis is the outermost.
Yeah, go ahead. You are not audible. Where is decidua capsularis and where is decidua parietalis? Let me draw the gestational sac again over here. So, am I audible, Sultan? So, probably she's having a audio problem over there. So, I will draw now here. Now see, this is the gestational sac. Surrounding the gestational sac will be one decidua, and that is decidua capsularis. Now, there is another decidua which is coming from the uterine lining. Now, recall the unobliterated uterine cavity. Where is the unobliterated uterine cavity? It is our hair. So this is the unobliterated uterine cavity over here. Now, can I say that if there is an unobliterated uterine cavity, I can see two distinct deciduals? Yes.
Yes.
So it means that it is due to the unobliterated uterine cavity that I can see one decidua coming from the sac and another decidua coming from the lining, endometrial lining. Now, what is the DDS? What is DDS? Double decidual.
Double digit.
Now you will tell me that the double decidual sign is the makeup of the decidua paritalis, and that I will give you 10 marks, 10 out of 10. But the point is, are you understanding whatever you are quoting? Believe me, no. Why? Because the simple thing is that it is because of the unobliterated uterine cavity that I am seeing the two distinct deciduals. And
Deciduals.
if there are two deciduals, but there is no unobliterated uterine cavity, can you make out? Because they will come and they will fuse to each other. Now, can I make out one sentence today that the double decidual sign is nothing but the reflection of this unobliterated uterine cavity? Yes.
Yes.
So you see an unobliterated uterine cavity, it means that DDS has to be present. I'm repeating the last statement, which is very important. If unobliterated uterine cavity is there, DDS has to be positive. So these are the important points which you have to keep in your mind whenever you are seeing to a very early gestational sac, and this way you can make out whether I am dealing with north or whether I am dealing with south. What I mean by north and south, whether there is a true intrauterine gestational sac or a pseudo gestational sac.